Alrighty, Sean. So thank you for coming in today. I'm so sorry, I forgot to ask. Would you prefer Treshawn or Sean?
You call me Sean.
Sean, okay. Well, Sean, thank you so much for coming in today. I wanted to see if we could build off of our last session. Can you tell me what brings you in today?
Well, I'm just feeling really down today. Just that with the whole coronavirus thing that's going on, and being Asian in this world is it's kind of difficult. 'Cause, everywhere you go to, if people think you got the virus or you want to cause the virus, but I'm really not. And on top of that, just I'm dealing with past family issues. It's just I get so anxious. Like that's why I do everything. Is want to be locked up in a room. Just don't want to go out. Don't want to talk to nobody. Don't want to go to church. Just be out to myself and just I don't know, just be out to myself. Sometimes we have suicidal thoughts, but I don't think I'll get to that point. But I don't know, it's just hard out here. Very
Okay.
sad.
You're just feeling like things are a little overwhelming right now and
Yeah.
they're a little difficult. So I see you were mentioning like just feeling targeted as an Asian American and okay. And I definitely can see why that would be a concern. Things are really difficult right now for sure. I'm really sorry to hear that. And then you were mentioning that you were having some problems at home. Could
Yeah.
you give me like a little bit more information about that?
Well, it's just my father. He's very abusive and very strict. In some way he's want things done, and if it's not perfect in his eyes, then he can be very aggressive towards us and our mom. And just he can be very deadly and whatnot. But
It can be very deadly. Could you
yes,
tell me more about that?
it just like this one time, my mom, she was pregnant with my big brother, and they was got into an argument because of something wasn't right, or I don't know what it was, but all I heard was a big tumble, in the kitchen, and next thing I saw my pregnant mom on the floor, and I was like, wow. Then he looked at me and told me to go in my room while he hit me. So all I could do is just go in my room, but yeah,
Okay.
it was a horrible day that day.
And when was the last time you saw your father? Because I know you had talked about your father not being in your life and he left early on. Was
Mhm.
that after the pregnancy?
Yeah, it was more after the pregnancy.
Okay. Okay. And could you tell me about some more of the other anxieties you were talking about? So you were saying there were problems within your household because of your father and the anxiety that he brought on your mom. And then you were telling me something about your church the last time. Could you give me some more information about that? You were saying that you were having a hard time going to church or feeling that God loves you.
Yeah, I don't know, I just been going to church a couple of weeks, and I just feel like I just haven't been, in the presence. I feel like God just it don't touch me. I don't get the same feeling, when I walk in, when I'm praising and worship. It just I don't know. It just sad. Like I just feel like he took his hands off me, like he don't love me no more.
What is that feeling like when you say that you don't feel His presence? What does that presence usually feel like?
I don't know. It just feel like I just got something like just fire, in my bones, but
Mm-hmm.
it just I don't know. It's just not there anymore. It just
You just haven't been feeling that excitement or that
excitement.
spark.
Yeah.
Okay, that joy that you usually feel going to church.
Mm-hmm.
What about when you see people in church? Are you connecting with them? Do you feel that spark or excitement when you see those people?
Yeah, no, it's just not the same, especially with the whole coronavirus thing, and sadly, I don't know, I just distance myself from people too, just.
Okay, so the social distancing hasn't helped either with that, with those feelings of like God not loving you or not being worthy to, be in that church space. Okay. Well, tell me, can you put into words maybe how you're feeling with like your career goals and wanting to continue in school? I know you have to do school online right now, but are you feeling excited or motivated at least in that area? No? Could you give me a little bit more information about why?
I think it's just because of what happened, in the house. So I just feel so anxious. Like I just don't want to do nothing, I have my homework and schoolwork. I just get to thinking about what's, happening in my past time and just can't do nothing in life. I don't have the motivation no more to, to strive to be the doctor that I want to be, but.
So you wanted to go to school to be a doctor?
Yes.
Okay. And you're just not feeling that motivation with everything else that's happening, like not to do schoolwork or not to go for it. I can definitely understand where you're coming from. Okay. Well, I think what we want to definitely work on is getting you reconnected, not only with your community, but with yourself. I think what we're headed toward is something that is like a generalized anxiety, because I know you were saying that some of this anxiety you've been feeling since you were a child, and with things in the house, with things with your father, the way he would treat your mother, and I know this mustn't help with, having to socially distance yourself from everyone right now, in addition to your anxiety. But I want to get you to a place where we can possibly help you connect with some people, and maybe that'll help to bring that spark back into your life, and will give you more of a desire to go after those other goals. But let's set some small goals first. So is there someone that you can think of that would be like a friend to you that you could call or talk to no matter what? There's not one person that you could possibly think of, or even a family member or a relative?
Well, I used to be my friends, but hardly ever talk anymore.
Okay.
We used to be real close, but I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, he just disappeared with first service.
Okay, and you guys never reconnected after that?
Yeah. I don't know what happened between me and him, but
okay.
he was the only person I kind of, spill everything out other than him. Then, of course, you. But.
Okay, so you just haven't really gotten a chance to connect. Okay.
Not personally.
And I know this time would be difficult to try and connect with someone. Is there a relative, any relative that you're close to, that you don't mind talking with?
I talked to my grandfather here and there, but he's getting old, so I can't hardly go see him like I used to, because
Yeah. Well, we can't really go see anyone like we used to right now, and I know that must be difficult for you, but he is someone that you talk to regularly, that you call, and that you feel comfortable with?
Yeah, especially going to visit him, talking to him face to face, just to be in his presence.
And since you can't do that, are you okay with like phone calls and things like that, speaking to him on the phone?
Yeah, but it's just not the same, just going to see him,
Right, but what
it's always a regular thing to do.
Yes, definitely. Would it be helpful if you were to start maybe connecting with him a little more? I think it's helpful if we find people within your community to help you feel that love and that motivation, to calm that generalized anxiety. Would it be helpful if you started there? Maybe if we found one person that we could talk to on the regular, outside of our meetings, so that we can see that you're making progress. Would that be something you would be interested in?
Yeah.
Okay. And I know we're thinking of more of an emotional treatment rather than a medical one, instead of involving medicine just yet. Would you like to see how we can maybe do some cognitive behavioral therapy and get down to the root of how we can help you pass the social distancing and things like that? Would that be something you're interested in?
Yeah, I'll be interested.
Okay, well, we can definitely build on that for our next session, but I'm really glad that you came in today, Sean. I think we have something to work with and something to build on. So from this session, we're gonna try and work more towards just getting you in that community and helping you to feel that positivity, feel that light again, so that you can feel those sparks that you felt like in church and within your church community, and maybe talking to Grandpa. Does Grandpa go to church? Okay. And do you attend church with him?
Yeah, whenever he's able to make it.
Okay, when he's able to make it. And I know right now we're not able to do that, but maybe just calling him and starting there. we can see if that'll help build some community and build some relationship, and we'll take it a little bit further the next time, okay?
Okay.
Alrighty, thank you so much for coming in, Sean.
Thank you.
Alrighty.